Minecraft has had a lot of weird and game-breaking glitches over its time, so today I decided it would be fun to go over 25 of the most interesting glitches that I could find. All of these are glitches that have been reported on Minecraft's official bug tracker and still work in Minecraft 1.17.1. Some of these glitches have been around for years and are still not fixed to this day. I'm not going to cover any teensy tiny little glitches in this video, which is why I handpicked some actually interesting and sometimes huge glitches exclusively for this video. Minecraft has been known to be quite a buggy game over the years, so it's not really a surprise that there's a lot of bugs to be seen. But with all that being said, let's begin. Alright, so starting off with a world generation glitch, number 1 is that sometimes naturally generated water won't be updated and it'll just sit there floating randomly. Number 2, for some reason, the dragon egg just does not show up in the creative inventory. Under no category will you find it, it's just not there. You can give it to yourself with a command like normal, you can find it in game if you're playing creative, but you just cannot find it in the creative inventory. Number 3, if you leave an animal dangling on a lead that's attached to a fence post for a long time, it'll build up fall damage, and when the lead's taken off of the fence post, the animal will die from any height unless they land in water. Number 4, if a villager gets out of your range after you enter the trade menu will stay open and you can still complete trades with the villager no matter how far the villager is. Number 5, if you stack minecarts on top of each other in this fashion and then push them all off, you will notice that they start going and they have nothing propelling them, but they just continue. You can even get into the minecart and go with it. It's really strange, they just seem to keep going until you destroy the minecarts or they crash into something. Number 6, if you die in any way, as soon as you reach the death screen, all of the entities that are rendered on your screen will disappear, but they will reappear once you click respawn. Number 7, by constantly turning a villager into a zombie and curing it, you can continuously lower the price of trades all the way down to the point where they're so low that you can essentially get infinite emeralds. Here's the process depicted in steps. Set your difficulty to hard, that way you have a guaranteed chance of turning a villager into a zombie, turn it into a zombie, heal it up into a villager, check the prices, turn it back into a zombie, and then cure it, and you will notice that the prices are even lower. If you continue to repeat this process, you can get the prices down really far. Number 8. In adventure mode, you're not supposed to be able to place or break any blocks, but you can still trample farmland and collect the crops that are growing there. Number 8. Ever since Minecraft 1.13, the sort of sprint swimming that you do when you're not underwater has been broken. It doesn't function right, as you can see by my FOV only increasing periodically. For reference, here's how it looked in 1.12.2. I don't believe that I actually ever increased your movement speed, I'm not sure about that, but people always did it regardless because of their habit to hold down the sprint key all the time. Like while they were running, they would just continue to hold it in the water, and people would get used to the higher FOV while they were swimming in the water, but when people started doing it in 1.13, it just broke your FOV. Number 10. Normally when you fly into something with an elytra, you'll take a lot of damage, but for some reason, if you fly up into something like a roof, you'll take no damage whatsoever. You can fly up into this roof all you want, but as soon as you fly towards the ground, you're dead. Number 11. Buckets of axolotl that are spawned in from the creative inventory will always spawn a pink axolotl when placed down. There's absolutely no variation. It is always pink, perpetually pink. Number 12. Projectiles have absolutely no collision with the world border, allowing arrows, snowballs, eggs, ender pearls, anything that you can throw to go through the world border, or anything that you can shoot too. This is actually what allows you to teleport past the world border using an ender pearl, and go all the way out to 30 million blocks on a default Minecraft survival world. Okay, so starting off this half of the video with another world generation glitch, number 13 is that sometimes water that's generated for Savannah Village farms won't generate updated, so you'll have to place a block or break a block next to it in order for it to start flowing. For the last clip, I had to spend forever searching for a Savannah Village in a world, and I generate the next one for the next glitch, and I immediately find one, so that's great. Anyway, number 14 actually has nothing to do with that Savannah Village. It has to do with the end, and it also has to do with something that you normally do when you're done fighting the Ender Dragon, which is going back through the end portal to get to the overworld, because I'm sure quite a lot of you probably don't go straight to the end cities right as you're done fighting the dragon. So normally you collect the XP and go back with your potion effects that you used to fight the dragon, but lo and behold, when you go back through, all of your potion effects have just disappeared and there's no way to get them back. For example, I ate a golden apple during that dragon fight and now I have to eat another one to get the potion effects that I had back. It's really stupid. I don't know why you need to lose every single potion effect that you had. Okay, number 15 is a huge one. This glitch has existed ever since Minecraft 1.14 and is still somehow not fixed, even in the latest 1.18 pre-release. It's another end one, and this glitch is super weird. In giant rings throughout the outer end islands, no terrain generates at all. Use this crappy paint.net diagram that I made as an example. This is how it looked in 1.13, with just the main island, void, and outer islands. And here's how it's looked ever since 1.14. There's the main island, void, outer islands, and then a giant void ring which cuts off the outer islands. But then the islands start again after a couple 100,000 blocks. The best way to visualize this glitch is with a graph made by Ant Venom, where you can see the beginning and end of every ring. When the line crosses the x-axis, the terrain switches between land and void. If you teleport to any of these coordinates in game, you will see the transition between land and void. Speaking of Ant Venom, he actually made an entire video on this glitch over 2 years ago. Yeah, this is a pretty old glitch, and I'm super surprised that the priority for Mojang to fix it isn't any higher. But I'm here to bring new light to this glitch, and show something that I don't think anybody has ever seen before. So using a mod that allows you to teleport over 2 billion blocks out, you can visually see the beginning and end of each ring. You can fly across every ring as it slowly generates into your view. This is not the only time that this mod will make an appearance in this video. It's going to have some significance in 1 or 2 more glitches, so stay tuned if you want to see what those are. Number 16. The Serious Dedication advancement is intended to be given to players who upgrade a diamond hoe and a smithing table to a netherite hoe. However, for some reason, instead of having to do this, you can just go ahead and pick up a netherite hoe off the ground that maybe someone else gave you, or one that's just somehow lying there. I don't know, it just gives you the advancement regardless. Number 17. It's a little known fact that your head is actually supposed to turn with the minecart while you're riding in a minecart. I'm going along a track right now that has a lot of twists and turns, and my head is just staying in the same exact position the whole time. Now I'm sure some of you remember the days where you would look at a roller coaster built on a legacy console edition of Minecraft, and the head would be turning with the minecart, so you would get an interesting view of the game. Number 18. On the X, Y, and Z axis, lighting just eventually gives up and stops working. This can be seen at Y level 2048, where when you surpass it, your character will turn completely dark. Here you can see me going between 2047 and 2048, or 2046-ish, and you will notice that every time I do it, my character turns between dark and light. Now to see this happen on the x-axis, we actually have to use the mod that we used a couple minutes ago in order to see where the transition between light and dark is. So in Minecraft 1.17.1, the way to do this is by teleporting past the boundary by a couple 100 blocks, and then quickly flying towards it in spectator mode in order to be able to see the transition. Because for some reason, in 1.17, your game will just crash as soon as you hit the border. Welcome to the lighting limit. By using the same Forge mod from Minecraft 1.16 instead of 1.17, we can teleport directly to the limit and see where lighting stops entirely. After this point, mobs are going to spawn everywhere just because the light level is 0 everywhere. This is probably one of the biggest reasons that Minecraft hasn't extended the limit past 30 million ever since 1.14. The reason that this glitch only popped up in 1.14 and not earlier is because this is the update where Mojang rewrote Minecraft's lighting engine, causing a whole host of new problems in parts of the game which you normally don't go to. Number 19. Using this funky little setup and pushing yourself off in a minecart with a piston, you can get this strange death message which doesn't even show your name. It just says death.fell.accident.water. Now the reason that this glitch happens is because there's actually supposed to be a real death message for this, which is player fell out of the water, but it just doesn't exist for some reason. So all it shows is the raw data, which is death.fell.accident.water. Thank you Minecraft for spawning me in the middle of an ocean to show off the next glitch. Okay, so number 20 is another minecart glitch. By setting up rails like this and placing minecarts on the rails, the minecarts will clip right into these blocks for some reason. You can even get into the minecarts when they're in the blocks, and you can also get into the minecarts while they're riding down and clip into the block along with it. It's weird. Okay, I know I said I wouldn't be showing off any tiny glitches in this video, but I think this one's just kind of cool. Number 21 is that the breaking animation of some blocks just goes off of it. I'll keep playing the clip so you can see which blocks it applies to, but it's not just these. Number 22. If you die while you're falling through the air, your death screen is going to look really stuttery like this. It'll keep switching between a couple of frames. Number 23. On very certain seeds, when you unlock the end dimension by using the ender eyes in the portal, the exit portal is actually completely obstructed, making it impossible for you to exit. Well, what do I mean by completely obstructed? Well, I mean it's completely destructed, so you cannot leave the end at all without dying. The portal generated in this seed in the void, making it impossible to leave, again, without dying. Well, almost impossible. If you know that your seed is going to have this broken portal, it's possible to circumvent this problem, but it's so complicated that I'll have you watch Crafter Dark's video on how to do it, just because of how crazy the method is. Okay, for this glitch I'm just going to show a video from GeoSquare where he does it because I couldn't get this one to work, and it's that if you go into the end for the first time and place an end crystal, immediately the dragon just won't spawn and you'll get the exit portal to the overworld. Only drawback is you don't get the exit portal to the outer end islands. Oh, and you don't get a dragon egg. And the final glitch that I'm going to show off, number 25, is that minecarts can snap to rails through blocks that aren't completely solid, like soul sand, chests, slabs, even stairs. Okay, thanks for watching. Maybe check out this video where I showed off a cool resource pack that I made. I actually just updated it, so maybe download the updated version if you're seeing this late. Anyway, goodbye.